Good evening and welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, where once again it is a night of celebration abounding for the home team, the Transylvania Pioneers, who are off to the Sweet 16 for the first time in a long time. The first time for head coach Juli Fulks in her 5 years at the helm here in Lexington. On the days tonight, celebrating Transylvania's 76-56 win over the Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels in the second round of the D3 Women's Basketball Tournament. We have sophomore guard Zenoviah Walker, sophomore forward Elizabeth Hardiman, and head coach in her 5th year here at Transylvania, Juli Fulks. We will begin the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Juli Fulks.
Well, we are really excited to be here. I think when we started this year, we knew this team was talented, but sometimes you just don't know how good you can be. And over the course of the year, we kept having some big game after big game, and I was thinking in my back of my mind, man, this team is special. And tonight was a example of when they can be really great. We defended really well in the first half. And when we shoot like that and defend, this is when they're at their best and they get energy from both sides of the ball. So I thought this was a great, outstanding team win. Players that didn't play as many minutes last night played more tonight. And, the thing I think that makes us talented on many nights is our ability to play a lot of different combinations and get different things from people. And that certainly played into tonight's minutes.
The big elephant in the room was the second quarter. You guys had a big run at the end of the first, I think finishing on something like a 14-2 run. That crested into the second quarter when the three-point barrage happened, 6 for 10 from three-point range. We'll toss the first question for the student athletes, to Zenoviah Walker. When did you feel in this game like it was going to be your team's night?
Probably halfway through the third quarter. That was when I realized that we were pretty much pushing, we were attacking gaps, finding kickbacks, and just letting the ball fly. That's when I knew that we were going to be okay.
Elizabeth, it felt like this game on paper was at least a large part of it due to Oglethorpe's personnel was going to be a battle in the trenches, a battle of the bigs. They have so much talent across their front line. What did you witness playing down low, and how do you think you and your fellow bigs were able to respond to that pressure down in the trenches?
This week in practice we've really worked hard on denying the high post and making sure that in our zone that the outsides get recovered to the bottom zones or the bottom people. So just defense was really important in this game, and just making sure that we had the angles, the defensive angles is what was really important for us.
Novi, it seemed like the second quarter was a big momentum boost. The crowd once again rose to another level like we've never seen at the Beck Center this season. Can you describe what it's like, these magical moments when you and your teammates, they're in the zone, everything's flowing, everything seems to be falling? Can you describe that phenomenon and that feeling?
It's something that you really can't put in words. It's just a feeling that you want to feel each and every game that you have. And once we start to let the ball fly, it's just a great time.
Coach, a lot of us have watched your career for a long time, so I'll keep this question short. How hard is it to get to a Sweet 16, and what does that require?
Yeah, I think, I've been kind of asked this a lot in the last week. I feel really fortunate that we've had a lot of really successful teams. And, what we talk about with this group is you don't sometimes realize how special and how hard it is to do what they do. Especially for the underclassmen, this can seem normal, and they've shown up and great things are happening. And to do this over a course of career, you just know sometimes, things go your way and everybody was healthy. And so it's incredibly special. I hope they can really start to look back and understand how amazing it's been. And then, we talked about it for a minute. For our sophomores in the post, we started day one knowing that for us to be super successful, we were going to have to move them forward to where we could score inside, where we could defend inside. And we started day one, and they have put in a lot of time and energy, being better at defending the drives from the high post, being better at box outs. And tonight was a great test for them. Oglethorpe has a really big post presence, and rebounding was going to matter. And we did a great job battling, and I thought, there were a lot of really strong efforts and really rebounding by committee. And so for me, I think this, it's incredibly special. I'm grateful for everybody who's been supporting this journey. It's been a good time.
Elizabeth, you've had a great season of steady, gradual improvement. You had a phenomenal offensive game last night against Piedmont, that career-high 15 points. You didn't miss a shot. Tonight was more of a defensive masterpiece for you. What do you think has been leading to your just great level of play personally?
I definitely think it's the energy in the locker room, because these girls, when we're together, it's completely different type of energy. Like, everyone is there for each other, and I think just really the support from the teammates and the coaches, I think that really led to it.
This was an interesting game tonight because Piedmont yesterday in the fourth quarter, they staged that really scary comeback that whittled things down to single digits. Again, Transylvania Novi had some trouble scoring tonight in the fourth quarter, but it kind of seemed like, air quotes, you guys ran the ball really well, turned off clock, and again, the execution rose to the occasion sooner than later in the fourth quarter. How were you guys able to come together and respond so quickly in that fourth quarter when the scoring was slow to begin the quarter?
We know that at times, like, shots won't fall, and sometimes the pressure can be too much, but those are the times we just come together, we tell ourselves to calm down, like, we got this, and we just keep pushing each other.
Coach, I guess the final question is, obviously there's a big opponent in your way. It's going to be either Trine or Thomas More, two large assignments. What do you think comes from here, whether it's savoring tonight, savoring what you've done so far this weekend, and also doing the homework and kind of buckling up and strapping up for more to come?
Yeah. Well, I want them to enjoy this. I mean, like you said earlier, this is really hard to get to. And so, we have preached this all year to make sure while we're, in the process, to actually enjoy each day, not just look forward to games, not just what happens after games. And I think that's what this group does really well. I mean, every day they show up. They're fun to coach and practice. And so for them, I want them to enjoy it, and then we'll just, same mentality we've had every week. We start again on Monday, we go hard, and then just, do our best to prepare. And at this point, and you're in the Sweet 16, every game is going to be challenging. And, we hope we can show up, we play well. We feel like our offense gives us a chance in every game. And it seems to be pretty usual that we can have a quarter that we blow up a little bit. And so, we'll keep doing what we do and work hard to defend and see what happens.
All right, well, once again, sophomore guard Zenoviah Walker, sophomore forward Elizabeth Hardiman, and head coach Juli Fulks. The Transylvania Pioneers, ranked 18th in the country, have perhaps turned at least a few heads this weekend, but they take care of business at home. They are off to the Sweet 16 following a 76-56 victory. Once again, congratulations to all three of you, as well as the Pioneers as a whole, and we'll talk to you again soon in the Sweet 16.
Thank you.